Well, good afternoon again, and apologies for the rudimentary setup that we have, but we are still literally building out our studios, and these storms kind of came before we were ready. But we're coming back on the air again, not because of something that's in Oklahoma City, but actually because of something that is occurring just to our east. So, if you are in Oklahoma City and you're only concerned about things that are coming from the west to the east, this live stream will not be for you. However, if you are traveling into the Oklahoma City area along Interstate 40 and you are anywhere between Little Rock and the Vian perhaps area of Oklahoma, you will want to find out what's going on by staying tuned to this stream. So, as you can see here, we are seeing a large outbreak of severe weather. And this is all occurring from a line really stretching down from central Texas all the way up. And the rain moves all the way up. You can see it actually up into the Tennessee area and then kind of flipping back around into Illinois and even Iowa. But the severe weather part is really what we're focused on right now. And that part is really what is what we are going to be focusing on right here. I'm checking my live stream mainly because I want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. So I think everything is good there. All right. So what I really want to focus on right now is a line of severe weather, and I zoomed way in there. A line of severe weather that you can see that is really focused just to the north of the city of Poto, Oklahoma, in LaFleur County. And you can see there's a severe thunderstorm warning for that area. Radar indicated 60-mile-an-hour winds, and that area is, of course, under a tornado watch as well. Interestingly, the tornado watch here is yellow and the severe thunderstorm watch is pink. Interestingly, that tornado watch does not cover anything to the south, even though you have this line of storms that are still rapidly developing as they move east-northeast. But you can also see these storms that are coming out into the central area of Arkansas. So we'll just go right through these here. This severe thunderstorm warning, and this is for LaFleur County, and going into, it looks like what is that? Is that Scott County as well? And yeah, it looks like Scott County, and of course Sebastian County for Fort Smith. So this is just skirting just to the south of Fort Smith, this particular severe cell. However, there have been others that have also gone through the Fort Smith area, in fact directly through the Fort Smith area. They have just moved through there, and they are just coming into the Paris, Arkansas, and Ratcliffe and Coal Hill area. You can see down here as well, there are special weather statements that are in southeast Oklahoma, and they are plentiful today. The National Weather Service has been busy issuing these special weather statements. And pretty much they are severe or not severe weather that is just under severe limits. For an example, you can see in this one here, this special weather statement is talking about it from the severe special weather statement in Tulsa. For Haskell County, Pittsburgh County, and Latimer County, there's a strong thunderstorm. Note the verbiage there, strong thunderstorm, not severe, but it's 50-mile-an-hour winds and nickel-sized hail, so just under severe limits. But that is moving to the northeast, and that will affect probably the Pushmataha County area and even southern LaFleur County. It could even get into northwestern Polk County and Scott County. I'm talking about the cities of Antlers and Clayton, Tuscahoma, Albion, Tahina, Tallahena. We've got even possibly Mena, Hatfield, Cove, Waldron, Heavener. Those areas may be seeing this over the next let's see, it's moving 40 miles an hour. It does seem like it is moving at 20 miles an hour. So this is actually a bit of a slower storm. So this would take a decent amount of time to get all the way out into western Arkansas Depending or not whether or not daytime heating is what's fueling these cells, they may or may not fall apart by the time they reach into western Arkansas. Alright, we just got another severe thunderstorm warning. This one is radar indicated 60-mile-an-hour winds, hail up to 1/8 of an inch, and we're talking Franklin County, Crawford County, and Sebastian County until looks like it was issued at 6:33, which is right now, and it's in effect just for another half hour. So this one's moving east at 30 miles an hour, slightly faster than that other one down to the south and west. Some locations in or near the path include Lavaca, Altus. We've got Branch, Fort Chaffee, of course, Barling, and Ozark and Mulberry. And that is for this one here with this very interesting polygon shape. What was about 1997 or 98, I believe it was, maybe early 2000s. The National Weather Service started issuing polygon warnings instead of county by county, simply because a storm doesn't always cover that entire county, and it was triggering alerts and actions that weren't really needed at the time. Here comes another one. We have another severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued. This one is stepping back a little bit. It's starting in the town of Keota, just north of Keota. Really, it's close to the town of Cowlington, and actually, it's not a city, it's a town. I've been to Cowlington several times, and I used to live actually in the Spiro area myself, so I know this area very well. Sunset Corners, that is going to be just on the south end of this storm as it comes through, and of course, Interstate 40, which goes right across the country, is going to be in the path of this storm as the core of this storm is moving to the northeast across the county line. It looks like actually very quickly. It is part of Lafleur County, but boy, this river here is the Arkansas River, and that's what divides Sequoyah County to Lafleur County. And it is moving northeast and will be out of Lafleur County very quickly, moving right into Muldrow. Looks like Sallisaw, which experienced some damage a little bit ago from another severe storm that came through, will miss this particular cell, and Muldrow will be in the path of this storm, as well as Roland. And based on the trajectory here, it's going to be Van Buren and maybe far northern Fort Smith. But you're talking Van Buren and Figure 5 and Rena, Dripping Springs, and Rudy, and we'll see if it continues on past that. So this severe thunderstorm, of course, is let's see, it is going until 7:15, so about 15 minutes longer than that other one. So we will have to continue to see how things progress with that. All right, so getting into the rest of these storms here, one of the things I really found very interesting, and one of the reasons I wanted to come on the air today, was mainly because of this red polygon here. Now, that is not a watch or a warning. That's what's called a mesoscale discussion. The mesoscale discussion here is from the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center down in Norman, close to our side of the area, in fact. And this is regarding the Tornado Watch 618 that was issued for the parts of west central Arkansas and southeastern Oklahoma. And you can see that they're talking about the mesoscale discussion here. They're saying that the strongest thunderstorm development has been focused north through northeast of Fort Smith, Arkansas, and it's because of a pre-cold frontal low-level confluence axis, some meteorological terms there that have been stretching southwestward across the Poto and McAllister area into the Red River vicinity near Sherman, Texas. So that's why these storms have fired up along this line here, and that is also why we're not seeing anything in the Oklahoma City area. You can see out here there's a few showers and storms in the panhandle of Oklahoma and, of course, northeastern New Mexico and southeastern Colorado, but there is really nothing to be concerned about. Some severe weather in New Mexico, actually just looks like just south of Albuquerque, and in pretty rural areas. But this line here, you've got some marginally strong storms that are down by Abilene, Texas. But then you're going up into Gainesville, you're going up into Denison, Texas. You're getting some severe weather, and then you're going up into this mesoscale discussion region, which is, of course, southeastern Oklahoma and west central Arkansas. Now, Looking over into the Jonesboro area, we have a very strong cell that's coming into Jonesboro, Arkansas at this time. That's way east of here. If you're coming across the 40, maybe coming from North Carolina or Tennessee, you might be running into things like this, or even along the, the 155. There's a couple interstates that go through this area. But Jonesboro, Memphis, 57. Those storms are going to be strong, but they're not severe at this time, but they are large. These other storms here, though, are the primary concern. Definitely our old stomping grounds. I'm talking 20 years ago. This was the area where we were covering the most. Certainly Poteau, Spiro, Fort Smith, all of those areas. But you even have a storm here just issued. This one is expiring in 37 minutes. It's got hail up to 1 inch, so a little larger hail. This is by the sub community, if you will, of Gilmore. This one's moving directly to the east, maybe slightly south. So it went through Poteau, went right through northern Poteau, and now it's coming together too, as you can see by this next radar sweep that just came through. The storm is kind of starting to consolidate. We've got some good formation on the storm, so it's definitely holding together. But that severe thunderstorm is moving just north of Gilmore, so it's going to be north of Monroe. Won't really be affecting in Monroe as much. Certainly some winds and strong rain there, heavy rain, but not the severe potential, perhaps. Boy, you can see though, going right through Gilmore right now is a strong storm. This one is, let's see what we've got. That's the flood watch, and we have the severe thunderstorm warning. That's for Sebastian County and LeFlore County, and it's located near Cameron, so that's along the old Cameron Highway. This is, if you go up through Gilmore, you're going to reach the, I believe it's Green Top Road, and then you go north of there, you're going to hit the old Cameron Highway. It's going to go right past Neff and into Cameron. So this storm was in the Cameron area when it was issued. Now it's going straight east. It's going to go right over the Oklahoma Peak Mountain, just to the north of Sugarloaf, really, and it's going to go right into Scott County. Scott County is directly to the east of the LeFlore County area. So, going off into some other watches and warnings that have been issued, we're seeing one now that is being issued in, let's see what county this is. Looks like Van Buren County in north central Arkansas, Conway County, and Pope County. Getting off into Arkansas proper here, just east of Russellville. This storm is not really affecting Russellville, although Russellville is certainly getting a smaller thunderstorm or thundershower right now. But this one is coming, let's see, it is just east of Hector, and it's going east. If you're along the 95 near Cleveland or Blick, you're going to get a strong storm right about now. Lost Corner, Lick Mountain, Sunnyside, those places, Grandview, they will be getting a severe thunderstorm here shortly. Again, apologies for our rudimentary setup. We have been working on producing a studio, hoping to get that ready to go by next spring in the storm season. But this one kind of came out of nowhere, and we weren't ready with it yet. But I did want to break in, regardless of our setup, and let you guys know of this situation. It's not very common that we see such an incredibly strong and widespread outbreak this time of year. Obviously, there is that small time of year that right around the October, late September time, when we do see a couple weeks of severe weather, but usually nothing too bad. Occasionally there have been tornadoes and things that have fired up in the autumn months. But this one is one of those outbreaks that you just keep seeing warning after warning issued. And it's interesting, I'm looking at this right now, there are severe thunderstorm warnings almost in a circle completely around Fort Smith right now. And so if you're in the Fort Smith area, you will be getting more. You haven't seen the last of this just yet, although the majority of it has passed through, it looks like. But you will still be getting something here in the next hour. Cowlington storm. That storm is ramping up. I'm seeing that one as man, that hail is getting larger too. Did I see that right? 1.25 inch hail. So that hail is getting larger for sure. We want to keep an eye on that. The storm right now, boy, it is passing right through the northern part of rural Cowlington. Let's see, we've got Cowlington Point. It is almost on top of Cowlington Point, and it is going back and forth between Sequoyah County and Leflore County. If you know the geography in this area, like I was saying, Sequoyah County and Leflore County, the border between them is the Arkansas River with the Robert S. Kerr Reservoir, and so interestingly, that is the way the river runs is it goes up and down and up and down. It's really winding through this hilly region, and because of that, you've actually got a severe thunderstorm that is going between the counties. It's in Sequoyah County right now. In about 5 minutes, it's going to be back in Leflore County. Then it's going to be in Sequoyah County again because it goes in this wavy area. It is missing Sunset Corners, although I'm zooming into Sunset Corners here just because I have a special affinity for that area. This smaller storm here is rolling through Sunset Corners. Let's see. Well, got a special weather statement here for a storm that's moving into Leflore County. It's currently just north of Wilburton. That one we want to keep an eye on as well. And then we've got some down here. So let's focus on the areas along the Red River. Again, the Red River does the same kind of thing. It's up and down like Leflore County area. This storm is strong. I'm talking very strong. Right in the Lake Texoma area. This storm is going to produce some very, very strong winds and larger hail. That's 1 3/4 inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. The damage threat is considerable with this storm. This is in Bryan County and Marshall County, Oklahoma, and that's effective for another 30 minutes, it looks like. So you really, if you are in McBride, if you are in Lakeside, you might want to take some shelter here because this storm is going to produce some serious hail. If you are, don't go outside if you're in McBride, but if you're in Lakeside, run outside, get your car under shelter, and get back inside. But don't waste any time about that because this storm is going to be on top of you very quickly. It's moving 30 miles an hour, so if you're talking, it's going to be there very shortly. All right. Go ahead and see here. So if you see, this storm is going to be in Sand Point. Let's see, 5.3 miles. So it's only 5 miles away from you. So it's going to be there, my math is right, in about 15 minutes or less. So do what you do, but do it quickly. All right, so clearing out that, let's see here. We've also got a storm down here. We've got a storm. This one's also severe. It's far smaller, but it seems like a lot of these storms are what I would like to call popcorn thunderstorms. They fire up along a dividing line or a boundary like this, whether it's a cold front or a dry line or whatever is going to be happening, and those storms will fire up and they'll get really large, they'll get really strong, but they're going to be isolated. As you can see, people in Munster are getting a severe thunderstorm right now, but people just south of it, probably in the town of Ralston or Greenwood, Texas, are like, it's sunny outside. They're not getting anything. So so if you're not getting anything and it's probably sunny outside, then that's just the way it is. It's not going to be a whole line of storms along every single mile of that line. But where you are getting storms, they do seem to be firing up rapidly and becoming quite strong. So looks like another flood watch coming, or flood warning, excuse me, that expires in 6 hours. Another, the flood watch there expires in 12 hours. And the reason is heavy rainfall coming through this area. And they're moving slowly. So because they're moving so slowly, of course, they're going to dump a lot of rain. All right, let's go back to this storm that's moving just to the east of Gilmore, Gilmore, Oklahoma, which is a suburb, if you will, of Poto. And it looks like that one is moving very slowly as well. And it's going to be coming into just the northern area of Hartford and coming into Midland, Arcola, in that area. Let's see if we got any new watches and warnings coming out. Nothing at this time. Alright, that one storm. This one's definitely the strongest one I've seen. This one down by Lake Texoma. I believe this is... what county is this? This one is... It's the county that's just to the east of Love County. Bryan and Marshall. So it looks like Bryan and Marshall counties are under that severe thunderstorm warning. Well, I would like to get rid of this mileage thing here, but again, like I said, we haven't got our studio set up and haven't gotten as well versed as we would have liked to just yet. So we of course will be doing that over the winter months as we prepare for a much larger storm season potentially this spring. Put this radar in motion, we can see where everything is going. Looks like everything is moving off to the east pretty slowly actually. This is a radar loop from only 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute radar loop and it's not moving very quickly. Interestingly, we have... Did they extend that tornado watch? They actually, interestingly, they have actually moved this tornado watch up into the Tulsa area. That's kind of surprising to me. I was not expecting to see that. When did they issue that tornado watch? Expires in only 3 hours. They might let that one cancel too. They issued it at 3:05, so earlier this afternoon. I must have just missed that one as I was not really looking up at the Tulsa area really a whole lot. But this line of storms that you see here, that's really it. Once that line, this major line, moves out, there's really nothing to the west, like I said, and it's kind of extenuating circumstances that we are even on the air, because in Oklahoma City there is really nothing at this time. You can see here that, like I've shown before, west of Oklahoma City there really is nothing to speak of. Some rain out by Boise City, Oklahoma, in the Panhandle, but nothing that's going to be affecting the metro area anytime soon. So one last quick check before we wind it up here. If you're coming along the Interstate 40, this is really for you. If you're coming from the east going west back into Oklahoma City, this is really for you. You want to be careful of these storms. It only takes a second to hydroplane out of control, and these storms are dumping a lot of rain right now. So you want to make sure that you are just riding it out. You know, pull over and stop at a rest stop, get some pizza, and hang tight for a bit, and don't try to drive in these storms, especially at interstate speeds. So, all right, going into, let's see, it looks like, one last look at the one over that was by Gilmore. They changed the polygon, which they can of course do with these warnings. As you can see, as they moved the polygon, then removed the Poto area and then removed the Cameron area as it went through. So that's helpful. That's helpful. That way people know when they are out of danger. So it looks like now that storm really is moving. Interestingly, it moved a little bit more southeast, so that storm really went right over the Nail Creek Road area, getting into the Gilmore Road area, and then, of course, as I was saying, Greentop over here. These are all local names. They all have names like County Road 1340 and 1350 and so on. But because I know the area, I know the names on the street signs in those areas. This storm is moving really right into Hartford. So honestly, if you are in the town of Hartford, you might want to consider maybe hunkering down, hanging tight, not going outside. If you're going to be doing anything outside, don't do it right now. And stay away from windows too. I'm sure this storm is producing a good amount of lightning as well. So Frogtown, Hartford, Prairie Creek, make sure that you are playing it safe. Let's go back to that storm that was very concerning. This storm is crazy. Did you see this? It has now developed one of the strongest signatures I've seen in a long time. This is just to the north of McBride. So if I am able to get a measurement here, that's how you do it. So this storm is moving. I'm going to make it right in conjunction with the rest of this. So if you are anywhere near north 3630, that's looks like a county road. If you are just north of Sandpoint, if you're in Sandpoint at all, if you're in Lakeside, any of these areas, you need to, I would say, take shelter. Be in your safe place. This storm is not messing around. It has a serious core. It's only 5 miles away from Sandpoint and north 3630. I would strongly recommend you seeking shelter at this time. I'm going to run a quick track on it. Let's see. So I'm going to bring that, take that off. Okay. This storm is 4.7 miles away from Sandpoint. It is 5.3 miles away from Lakeside. Meade, if you're in Meade, it's 8.2 miles away from you, but it is coming. You need to be in your safe place. Well, that next radar sweep actually looks very good. It seems like that storm weakened as it got very intense there for a moment. It's now, I say weakened. It is still a whopper of a storm going to be coming right through Sandpoint and Lakeside. However, it doesn't have that white signature anymore, which is a good sign. All right, so if you are, what river is this? This is possibly a local creek, or is this a known river? Looks to be something that's of good size, but whatever this is crossing over this this river at this time and coming into the community of Sandpoint and Lakeside. I want to I still would say get to your place of safety. The hail has just gone up to 2-inch hail, so this is a very strong storm. Let's see what the National Weather Service says. Durant, Kingston, Colbert, those places have already kind of gone through. Yeah, seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. This storm is producing large hail. So you really want to make sure that you are playing it safe with this storm. Don't mess around. It's not the time to go outside and take a look at it. You want to be safe. So if you're in those areas, anywhere near the Sandpoint or Lakeside area, please make sure that you are in a place of safety. All right, and then this mess of severe weather that's coming through, it's just producing a lot of severe thunderstorms and a lot of rain. But if anything further does develop that we take note of, we will try to let you know, at least if not here, then on the Twitter page. You can follow us at StormWarnOK. That's on Twitter. And then also you can follow us on Telegram and just look up StormWarn as well. I believe it's just the StormWarn handle, because we used to cover the whole nation. All right. Well, that's it for now. StormWarn Oklahoma. If you have any reports of damage or any pictures, please feel free to let us know by submitting them on Twitter at StormWarnOK. It is a big storm.